Hey, it's Holly and welcome back to Living It Country. In today's video, we have a Christmas home tour and I am so thrilled to have Heidi back from Eleanor Rose Home sharing her beautiful Christmas tour this year. She has such a beautiful Instagram account full of really creative DIY projects and decorating ideas. So I will link that down below so you guys can check out her account. And without further ado, let's welcome her here today and tour her beautiful home.
Hi, I'm Heidi of Eleanor Rose Home. I'm going to take you on a tour of our home today, all decorated for Christmas, which is my favorite time of year. We are a family of 4 living on the south coast of Massachusetts, and what you'll notice throughout our home tour that I'm going to share with you is I like to keep things very simple but meaningful. You'll also notice a mix of old and new, and then something new for me this year, which I usually like to keep our Christmas decorations very neutral, a little pop of burgundy with a lot of ribbon. So let me take you on a quick tour of our home. So starting the home tour in our entryway, it is small, but it does function for our family. So we have a coat closet there that shoes and coats can go into, and then we also have those pegs there where coats can be hung up. We did add wallpaper to our entryway, which continues into the kitchen. We did that a couple years ago. It's just a very neutral wallpaper that's great for just about any season. It goes with any decoration, really. And I did add a letter holder here that you can put Christmas cards in, and I just hung a little wreath above that with a burgundy bow. And then over here on the shelf above the hooks, just some bottle brush trees and some Christmas artwork. And then in here is one of our bathrooms, the only bathroom downstairs. I normally don't decorate our bathrooms for the holidays, but I decided to keep the theme going. So I added a eucalyptus garland above the bathroom mirror, again with a burgundy bow. Switched out the candle in here for a holiday one, changed out the soap, added some green towels, and then I did also switch out the artwork in here for kind of like a wintry scene. So that was kind of fun doing something a little different that I don't normally do. There's the garland again on the mirror. So that's the bathroom. And then coming out of the bathroom, our home is open concept. So the entire downstairs is open. Over here, I just put a little tree inside a wastebasket. I know, who knew? You can put a tree inside a wastebasket, but always think outside the box. Think differently of how you can use things differently around your home. On this little tree, I went out and picked some brown hydrangea blooms and stuck those in the branches along with some dried oranges that I dried myself. And then I tied some burgundy ribbon to that with some twinkle lights. And I just think this tree is just so cute here in the kitchen. And this is our hutch, which is a new addition since last spring to our kitchen. I did change out the apron underneath. I found some fabric that I loved at Joann's Fabrics. I don't know how to sew, so this is all hot glued. But I just thought it was so pretty for the holidays since I wanted to kind of go with pops of burgundy. So I did change that. I have a little bowl of paper whites here. And then on the shelves, I put some more dried oranges in a glass container along with some cinnamon sticks, some houses that I've collected through the years, and then kind of continued those dried oranges and cinnamon sticks up there, old books, and then above I put a faux cedar garland that I just draped on the top with a paper tree garland that I actually had from our decorations last year, and again another burgundy bow. So I'll show you how that looks kind of far out. So just very simple but pretty. That's the hutch. And then over here on our open kitchen shelf, I hung some framed recipes that I framed myself to add just a little bit of more festive flair. I added some ribbon on top of the framed recipes and then hung an orange garland here with some pretty gingham ribbon on either side. some Santa mugs, and I stacked some vintage plates in front of those framed recipes. And I loved that fabric that I found at Joann's Fabric so much that I made curtains over here for our windows. Again, I don't know how to sew, so everything is just hot glued and clipped into the window. And then if you have clear glass canisters with baking supplies in them, here's a fun little tip. Switch out like your wooden scoops or metal scoops with some fun vintage mugs or teacups, and it just adds like a little something extra to your glass canisters. I hung that little snowy scene plate there. Just really simple counter decor this year. Again, added a bow to the lamp, just very simple decoration. Over by the stove, just some ironstone pitchers with some cooking utensils and a little wooden sign. If you have a pretty teapot, just keep it out on your stove. That just makes a really simple decor. And then above the stove, I just hung a garland, evergreen garland, with that swan print that I just love, and some more gingham ribbon to kind of continue that theme through the kitchen. And then I did hang an orange garland above the stove there. We just hung some, you'll notice those little command hooks. They're not the prettiest, but at least they don't leave holes and they work. We actually use command hooks throughout all the decorations in our home because I'm constantly changing things. I do have a bowl of paper whites here. Oh, they just make the kitchen smell so good. Oh, and let me show you the chairs in our kitchen. I added just a plain evergreen wreath and hung it with burgundy satin ribbon. So you'll notice you're gonna notice 3 types of ribbon that I used in our decorations. This one, the gingham one, and then a smaller width burgundy satin ribbon as well. And then over here, I just love this paper tree. Put that there, and then just a basket with blankets and boots. Really simple decor that you probably already have in your home that you can just display and use as decorations. And then I just tied a bow on a plate we already had hanging there. So just really easy decorations. So you can see this view from the kitchen opens up into the entire downstairs. This used to be the dining room, is now the sitting room. We didn't use the dining room at all, so we just decided to change it to this kind of more comfortable sitting area. I added those wall sconces during the fall, I believe. Just added some burgundy ribbon there. I love how the sconces mimic the shape of that mirror over there. These pillow covers are actually from Target a few years ago, and I love them, so why buy something new? And then just a quilt rack with some comfy blankets in between the 2 chairs. And then it's cold here today in Massachusetts, so we've got the fire going. And then this is the mantle. I love these scalloped stockings. And here's the gingham ribbon again in the sitting room. And then I just combined 3 different evergreen garlands, wrapped them all together, added in this mercury glass ornament garland, some twinkle lights, and then I actually found the snowman garland at a craft fair over the weekend, and I just thought it was so cute, so I added that there. And then just a candelabra on the mantle itself. And we have a pellet stove, so it's not a wood stove. It stays plugged in there. And then this is the view into the kitchen from here. And then here's the wooden dresser we have in here. I added a collection of paper trees and bottle brush trees. I just love kind of that like vintage vibe going on here. And then we hung a picture, which I couldn't find a picture that I liked, so I actually printed that picture myself, put it in the frame, and hung it from the mirror with a ribbon, and then just tied another ribbon to the handle there for another little pop of color. And then we've got another paper tree down here to kind of go with the trees that are up there. And then coming into the living room, let's see. So I'm not a huge, you're not gonna see like a really styled Christmas tree from me. I just kind of like to keep it organic and really like how the tree looked when I was growing up. So nothing very styled in our tree. It's just kind of like ornaments that we love. There are some burgundy ornaments in here this year. And then something that was kind of unexpected that happened in our tree was I started adding all of this thinner 1/4 inch burgundy satin ribbon. I just kept adding it, and then at the end it ended up looking like tinsel, which is hard to see in the camera, but I just love how all that ribbon looks together. And then there's the gingham ribbon in there, and then also the larger satin ribbon. I did add a new tree skirt to our tree this year, the scalloped one, which matches the scalloped stockings on the fireplace mantle. Take you around here. Oh, we also have this Noel ribbon on the tree as well. I've used that for like probably 4 or 5 years. I just love that. These are ornaments. That little tree ornament is one that I made myself. And then we also have these candle, clip-on candles, which I did not turn on for this, which I should have, that just add such pretty ambiance to the tree. And our bookshelves, I did not do much to update them for the holidays. I'm gonna pan out and show you those more. The couch, I just added two green throw pillows, one on either side. There's a little puppy sleeping there. So a couple of Christmas pillows, and then I added this Christmas Eve tapestry to the wall above the couch that I just love so much. I just think it adds just such a pretty vintage vibe to the living room. And then, oh, I also added this snowflake quilt to the back of the couch, just for another pop of texture and just for snuggling when it gets really cold out. So the bookshelves, I did not do much. I just put a nativity scene in there. I did change out the greenery in the soup tureens at the top. But other than that, just kept the books really the focus of the bookshelves. On the TV, I like to display just seasonal art, so I've got some Christmas art up there. So very simple. There's Eleanor Roosevelt sleeping on the couch. So let me just give you guys another flip around of our house. And that's our downstairs. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas tour. It was so much fun showing you around. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.